Hello, Sagittarius. It is February 3rd, 2026, or whenever you come across this message, it's when it's meant for you. Start off with my big giant cards here. You know, the ones that spit out like an essay when you pull one. However, I really like this deck. It always has, I don't know, just always ties in with everything. I'm not taking that in. One card spirit, I forgot to say. What do we have for Sagittarius? This one came out again. All right, I'll take these two. But literally flipped out twice, both those. So, fuck it. It's meant to come. That note, we're doing both. So get ready for starting this read off with going to sleep. Dun, dun, dun. Where are we here? It's like, no, you're taking this fucking. Sorry about my cursing. I swear a lot. It's like, yeah, take that card. Flips both them out again. Like, what the hell? So I guess it's meant to be because it came right back out. Open decay. Keyword: self-awareness, universal consciousness, understanding, insight, vision, imagination, fantasy, creativity. Be open to possibility. Possibilities are infinite. Know thyself and know thy universe. What dwells within you dwells within nature. Belief creates. All that exists was first imagined. Fantasy is a birthplace of reality. You were born to create. Imagine your fears away. The Nine of Air represents imagination and our connection to the universal consciousness of the universal mind. Signifies the importance of knowing thyself, or truly knowing thyself. One will know both the universe and the power of the void. Ask yourself, what if the universe we dwell within is actually the mind of another being? What if the universe is in reality a God's mind, and we are the creation of another being's imagination? What if within our minds there exit universes within universes? We're creatures that we dream of and imagine dwell in the same way we do upon earth, and within their minds are more universes. Oh, here we go. Like fractals, where the same pattern repeats and creates. Our minds contain a universe, and within that universe are creatures and beings who have also universes in their minds. And the universe in which we dwell on is billions existing within the mind that yet another universe. The pattern repeats in both directions, potentially creating an infinite number of universes and realities. I know that Dolores Cannon talks about this a lot. If you don't know who that is, definitely look her up. Most people know, but if you don't, Dolores Cannon. Now ponder a moment. What if we looked within and discovered that the realms in our minds we create... What if we looked within and discovered that within the realms of our minds, we create new worlds and realities with our belief? We choose to believe in something, and a new world that mirrors that belief is born. We stop believing in something, and that the world either evolves with our beliefs or ceases to be completely. Universes overlap and born and die, forever bound to the life and beliefs of God's mind. What if billions of lives were dependent upon our belief for their very existence? Would it not be wise to believe that understanding knowledge? Would you not want to create a universe that is a little more constant and conducive to life? What if we are the only beings within this universe because God's mind in which we dwell, a young mind, the limited exposure and time, only believes in our existence? Pythagoras is created with the saying, man, know thyself, and man, know thy universe, which is God's dwell. Simply put, he believed that to know oneself and was to know the universe and the power of God's, and he is correct. Every man has within our physical reality that is not born of the natural world. It's first imagined by man. The television, the phone in your hand, the laptop, the movies you watch, the car you drive, everything that man has created was first imagined by an inventor. Moreover, then those brave souls voiced their desire to create their new strange contraptions. They were seen as crazy, eccentric, and foolish. They were told that what they wanted to create was fantasy. At one time or another, everything we have in our present reality was once deemed to be impossible fantasy, yet now look at these things exist. We take the existence for granted. This is the power of the mind, and the mind's true potential has not even begun to be understood or known. And all we do know is that the only limit to our mind and what it can do is what the individual place upon it. We are only limited by our imagination or lack of it. By looking within, learning and understanding the mind and the complex matter in which it controls our lives and how it's taken our life experiences and use them to influence what we do and what we are. We choose to unlearn some beliefs, change our thinking, and embrace a new, less restrictive way of thinking. You can become the God mind that you are. And oh my gosh, this thing just goes on forever. You can imagine that make you, and you can imagine and make what you imagine into reality. We live in a society that admires innovation, creativity, and yet paradoxically fears it. At the same time, it actively seeks to destroy the desire to create. We may be exposed to the teachers who punish those who question, challenge the answers because they know there is a better way. We might be ridiculed by family and friends when we use our imagination and speak of things that we dreamed to be fantastical and unbelievable. But again, all that exists is our present reality was once fantasy and dwelled only in mind. We may find we're repeatedly trained to reject creative endeavors as we waste time and effort. The 9 of air represents the importance of knowing your mind, understanding the beliefs and thoughts that limit and restrict you, feeling your imagination. Now is the time to embrace innovation and creation. It's time to step into the realms of the unknown and the imagined, to enter the void, where your imagination is powerful. Bring what you find there to life. You're born of universal consciousness. You are capable of greatness, but too often you may have been punished for seeking it. Nonetheless, it's time to let go of your unconscious bias against creativity. Embrace as the expression of human integrity. You're as powerful as your mind allows you to be. You are creative as your mind allows you to be. Don't be afraid to embrace your beautiful imagination. The void in which resides in the womb that gives birth to the universe is teeming with life and its possibilities. To imagine and create is to make divine magic. You were born of a creative universal consciousness. You were born to create. So you're supposed to start creating something. You're supposed to tap into that creative. I pulled this on you the other day too. You have a very creative path. You're born, whoever I'm talking to, there's somebody here that is meant to be creating something. And you have a lot of wisdom is what I'm getting. And you're meant to maybe spread that and create something is what I'm getting. I guess I'll read the wisdom, but this one's going to be fucking long too. Okay, 71. So anyways, long story short, you are supposed to step outside the box. Maybe you were meant to be, people are going to think you're crazy, but with this wisdom, the shit you know, knowledge. So maybe you're into like stuff like this, spiritual shit, and people are going to look at you like you're crazy. Well, I'll use this as an example. This is not for everyone. But you talk about this kind of stuff, your spiritual stuff, and and you woke up. People are not waking up though, and they're going to look at you like you're fucking crazy when you talk about this shit and the numbers and seeing the signs and all these things and this knowledge that the universe is slowly giving you. Like if you randomly fall into like a YouTube video, for example, and people are giving you knowledge about something, you were meant to find that, and that's the universe actually giving you knowledge. Like nothing is coincidence that you look something up, something comes to your mind to look it up. That's the universe putting that, like God is giving you that idea. That is like your guides to look that up. Or if it just happens to come onto your YouTube, there's something that you're meant to learn in there. And that's coming from the universe. If these videos that all of a sudden you're going down a path of something, and it's like these videos start popping up, and people will be like, oh, it's algorithm or whatever the fuck it's called. And no, sometimes you don't even look those things up. You're just thinking of it, and then your video pops up of it on the thing. That's the universe giving you wisdom and knowledge and stuff. And this is talking about knowledge. And you're meant to create something because you have a lot of knowledge is what it's saying. And people are going to look at you like you're crazy, but who cares? Create something. What you have a creative side you're supposed to tap into. And you have a lot of wisdom is what I'm getting. And first thing, knowledge. Exactly what I was just saying, knowledge. Awareness, self-knowledge, illumination, withdrawal, insight, common sense. You are here to become wise. Knowledge does not make you wise. Wisdom is learning from one's mistakes. Apply your knowledge, logic, and common sense. Learn from more than just books. Seek out your elders. Time to break a cycle. See, this is what I'm saying. You're meant to create something. Time to break a cycle. Get out and like create something. Speak to wise people. Wisdom is loving the whole. Wisdom is understanding. Know and love your shadow. You have unlimited potential. Wow, I was just saying that in this one. You have unlimited potential. So I think you're not realizing the potential you have. You need to start creating because you have so much potential and so much wisdom. The road ahead leads to many destinations. The second of the 8 primary reasons for beings is to acquire wisdom. While a person can have great knowledge, if they have no understanding, no knowledge will make them wise. An individual may possess a great capability to retain facts and information, but lack the ability to truly process what they've learned. Say wisdom cannot be learned from a book. It is something that they've learned through experience. True wisdom is born understanding our experiences. Wisdom stems from learning from one's successes and mistakes, one's trials and adventures, one's gains and losses. Wisdom is born in awareness and discernment that allows you to judge the best course of action. In many situations, wisdom is the application of knowledge, logic, and common sense. So I feel like you're meant to, I feel like somebody I'm talking to has went through a lot of shit and they got a lot of wisdom from this. They went through a lot in their life and now they're meant to create something. They're supposed to tell their story. They're supposed to create and put this wisdom out there. Whoever I'm talking to, you have a creative aspect. Maybe you write a book. Maybe you're supposed to do tarot. Maybe you're supposed to do something spiritually. Maybe you're supposed to be a counselor. You are somehow supposed to get that wisdom to help others and create something because you went through it. You got this wisdom and you didn't learn it from a book. You learned it from living life. Wisdom is the census of external information from experiences and learning. It comes to using logic, emotion, intuition, and analyze and understand, to discern the truth, to grow in awareness, and to use knowledge to find a place, purpose within the universe, and live a good, productive life. When the wisdom card appears in the present position, it is reminding you to look beyond your personal scope, beyond your current opinions. You may have been concluded to believe dysautonomy. You may have been conditioned to define, label, and judge. You may have been conditioned to think, behave a certain way, but a wise person looks beyond and sees beyond their conditioning, beyond their opinions. That's what this other one was saying too, that this one always wants you to stay trapped, but you're meant to create. People are going to look at you like you're crazy and maybe you questioned teachers before and stuff because you see past, what is the Matrix? Where am I? Conditioned behave a certain way, but a wise person looks within and sees beyond their conditioning, beyond the opinions to the truth. To do so, they've peeled away the layers of familiar and, oh my God, I can't say this, societal indoctrination. Fears that have no foundation, insecurity and doubt have revealed a person who understands, loves, and accepts the pure and whole nature of the psyche that remains. The wise person does not question whether they are good or bad, but accepts they are human. They are humans that are multifaceted beings who cannot be nor should be defined and quantified in a limiting manner. A wise person realizes a good person who does good deeds is still capable of bad acts, and a bad person who does bad deeds is capable of being good. It is wise to understand that the very acts that you condemn or revere might result in consequences that are vastly different to those expected. Good intentions and good deeds may give rise to catastrophe. When the bad intentions and bad deeds may give off change that brings nothing but good. Wise person knows that even if they were to possess all that combined the knowledge of man, that what they know would be equal to a single star in an ever-expanding universe full of infinity number of stars. What's with this universe? Like all these different universes it's saying, and all these different, and right now all these different stars. All of what you know is not even a star. Like wise person knows that even if they possess all the combined knowledge of man, what they know would be equal to a single star in an ever-expanding universe full of infinite numbers of stars. So it's showing you how small you really are. Just kidding. A wise person knows not to define or limit, because humanity is full of limitless possibilities. We are constantly evolving and therefore unknowable. We are part of the great mystery, the limited only by our narrow perception and understanding what is and what might be. When the wisdom card appears in your present, it says there is a beautiful wisdom that is accepting that you do not have all the answers, and your opinions and beliefs. What you believe to be truth are sometimes unimportant in the grand scheme of things. There are things you might know, and there are things you need to know. There are things that are not for you to know. The speculation will gain you nothing but lost time. This wisdom card is the present represents a beautiful paradox. You need to accept that you're both wise and ignorant. Your wisdom is your truth, but it's only your truth. Your truth is not absolute. All right. Well, that's a lot. So anyways, you're wise, but you always got more. Okay, so you're meant to create something. And you might say all this wisdom you've learned or whatever you went through is what I'm getting. Maybe you're here to spread light. Like what I'm noticing on this wisdom card is this lantern. Like they're spreading light with their wisdom is what I'm picking up on. And this card was all about creating and like their third eye is open. So like obviously they're awake, right? And they're wise, because a lot of people are still asleep and you can't wake those people up. However, you can create. Look at them. They even rose up like that flower there. You rise up from the ashes kind of shit. Anyway, and now you're wise. You went through it, like I was saying. Somebody went through it, they gained wisdom, and they rose up from the ashes with that flower. Their third eye is open, and now they're meant to create. This is what I'm getting for this main reading of this thing. And people are going to look at you like you're fucking crazy when you talk about spiritual shit. Those that aren't awake, especially, they are the worst. Trust in reverse again. That was yesterday too. What do we got here, Spirit? Honesty. All right. What is going on now? Trust. I can accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So maybe you're not trusting your inner voice. Let's see, why is trust? Let's get in the tarot. Why is trust here in reverse? One card. All right. Somebody was bullying. So you might have went through a lot of conflict, bullying with somebody. Now you're not trusting people. Maybe it was an earth sign. Someone with an earth sign, or someone that's just in financial lack that was possibly judging you. Maybe they were envious is what I'm also getting. Like they're envious, and now you're not too sure who you should trust. But it looks like they want to come back. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Maybe trying to manifest you. Somebody that's in financial lack is just trying to manifest you and come back. Why is the Four of Pentacles here in reverse? Okay, you're letting go and you're defending yourself. You're working on yourself. And you don't trust this person. You got out of a lot of like deceit. A lot of deceit. Someone's in regret. Oh, goodness. Alright, well, you got somebody in regret trying to come back and manifest you. You got to protect yourself from them. Don't trust them. That's what I'm getting. Humor. Someone's negative is what I'm getting. It's in reverse. They're not seeing the lighter side of life. Yeah, they're feeling left out in the cold. So you are off to the races. You're feeling like this. You're happy. You have your 9 of Cups. Life's going good. They're negative and feeling you left them out in the cold is what I'm getting. Courage. I find the inner strength and I face fear with confidence, because maybe you got the courage, you took off. Just some sort of setbacks. Possibly. Yeah, it's a little bit of obstacles, but you got through it. You had the courage, you got through it. Now you're getting balanced. You kind of went within and saw what wasn't making you happy. And you, you got over those obstacles. Now you're coming out balanced because you had the courage to get out of some sort of situation. Honesty. Someone's dishonest. Why is honesty in reverse here? Okay. You have some sort of ex who is getting their karma. They were dishonest and they're going through it now. They got an old soulmate. Somebody that, anyway, they're feeling like this isn't fair. They don't feel like this is fair. They're getting their karma is what I'm getting. What do I got here? Because you got freedom. You got rid of these people. So yeah, you don't trust these people. This keeps coming up in your read. But I'm getting a lot of like distrust. But they're going to try to come back. They're trying to manifest you. You let go. You need to protect yourself from these people. Don't trust them. They're having a lot of regret. Negativity. They're feeling left out in the cold. Why is the 9 of Cups here? Yeah, they're having excited, like, learning to accept the things I cannot change. They're not accepting this. Yeah, and they're playing the blame game, like, whoa. They're just being the victim. You drop people like that. You get sick of always getting blamed. Maybe they're always blaming you for everything and negative, and you had enough. And you changed. You accepted it. Because you got the courage and you took off. You got over those obstacles that were in your way. Which is good. What else do we want? What do we got? What under this trust? Who's this? Don't trust this person in financial lack. Yeah, they're stressed out. They're a thief. Like I said, don't trust them. Maybe they just want to take something from you. Oh, stressed out mouse. Yeah, they want to take your stability. They see you stable. So they want to take something from you. So do not trust this because they are in financial lack. So they're coming back trying to manifest you. But you're working. You're letting them go. You got to protect yourself. Keep working on yourself. Your goals. Working on whatever you have. Bottom of the thing. They're a snake. They're negative. Feeling left out in the cold. They see you leveling up. They don't think it's fair. What else do we have? Oops. Just one spirit for this humor, this person out in the cold. Oh, one card. Yeah, they want to come. Yeah. They want to come and put blocks. So they're negative. Someone is negative and feel you left someone out in the cold, whether it's a friend. I'm getting 2 stories here. I feel like this is someone in finance. I feel like this is male. I'm not too sure if this is female, but I'm getting a few stories here, but you left someone out in the cold. Take it as it resonates. They were trying to block your abundance. They're very negative because you're leveling up. You're getting good luck. You're getting your happiness. You're getting abundance, and they didn't like that, and they weren't accepting it. They're blaming. They weren't accepting like their own faults. Like they're not in that situation because, and they weren't realizing they're their own problem. Instead, so they're negative and trying to block your abundance because you're leveling up, you're working on yourself. You need to protect yourself from people like this. They're all stressed out because you're leveling up and you're getting good luck. You're getting fortune. You need to use your wisdom about these people. You've acquired a lot of knowledge about them, and maybe you just tell your story, what you learned. But these people, a lot of these people, want to keep you stuck, is what I'm getting. And they want to fuck up your abundance and your stability because you had the courage to. And now you took off from them. And you become imbalanced without these people around you. Because you did the work, you took off. Yeah. One more. Yeah, you saw the truth. And they might try to message you. You might have known this person since you were a child. Maybe a water sign, Pisces. I'm getting a lot of that too. But you saw the truth of who these people are. And what is a child? Why is a child here? Come on. Okay. Alright, no. Not this many. Spirit 1. I hate when they just send me 8,000 cards. Why is this child card here? Yeah, they want to give you there's unrequited love here. They see you winning. You might have known them since you were a child. Or maybe they're being childish, who knows. But they didn't give you what you needed. And why is the Empress reversed? Yeah. You went through with this person, I feel like you've known them from a child, or they're childish. It was unrequited love, like they would abuse you, you went through some sort of abuse with this person. You had the courage to leave them. Whether it's mental abuse, physical abuse, they weren't giving you real love, and you took off, and now you're succeeding. And they're debating whether they should message you. But you see the truth now, and all the abusive relationship you were in with them, and how unhonest they were, and now you're free of that. And they're getting their karma now because of this abuse they put you through. It was mentally, it could have been manipulative. Yeah, and you're off. You're finding new love. You're getting your karma, your justice, yeah. You're getting your soulmate now. Because you had the courage to leave this person. And they are not happy. They want to block your abundance. But you're wise now and you see through the shit. And they want to try to return, and they're in financial. Do not trust this person. Because they just want to take from you. And you need to continue have the courage to stay away from them. And see them for who they are. Because all they do is cause you conflict. And they want to cause setbacks in your life. You got to remember the abusive relationship they were in. Like, they might have called you down. They might have been a narcissist. Like, they played head games. That's abuse. All that shit. Narcissistic. A lot of narcissistic shit has been coming up as well. That's an abusive relationship. That puts people through hell. And I've been getting a lot of narcissism lately in your guys' reading. A lot of people that are dishonest, negative. Like, they just probably belittled you, called you down. You were never good enough. They cheated on you. They might have even, I'm getting possibly physically abused you. You are coming out of that tower. You had the courage to leave. So congrats if this is your story. And now they are feeling left out in the cold. And they're going to try to come back. They're going to try to message you. They're all stressed out because they're going through their karma now. And they're trying to manifest you and trying to find ways to come back. But you're wise now. And because of what they put you through, you're meant to tell this story. You gained, they might have set you, them might have been what set you off onto this spiritual journey. A lot of times these people are like narcissistic people are actually twin flame people. And what they're supposed to do is, your twin flame is never a good thing. Like a lot of times they're narcissistic. And your twin flame is meant to teach you lessons. They come and go. They're like a narcissist in and out of your life. Back and forth, silent treatment, shit like that. That's all abuse. And so I think you weren't loving yourself before. And now you look at it. Now you're just happy. You're out of here. You're feeling free. You came out of your head. You were in your head before about this unrequited love. You weren't loving yourself. But now you are. Look at the success. You look at people are watching you. You need to tell your story about this situation, about the abuse you went through, because you got out of this tower. You let it fall, and maybe you're supposed to write about it. Maybe you're supposed to write a book, make a blog. Who knows? Make something. Tell your story. But you got clarity, and these people weren't honest. You saw that. You're free of it though. They just want to cause you conflict. So don't let these people back. You're wiser now. And tell your story. Help other people with this, whatever you went through. Because whoever I'm talking to, you're very wise now. Because you went through it. Somebody fucking put you through it. And they're going to try to always return. And then what they want is to cause you blocks in your abundance. All they want to do is take from you. So you need to stay away from them. And I think you are wise enough. And you figured this out. Because you did have the courage. And you are free. And you're off to a new love. And they want to come cause chaos with that. They're probably wanting to come fight. Too fucking bad. You left them. Yeah, they want to cause delays in that. Cause fights and delays in your stuff. So be careful. These people, do not trust them. They're not honest. All right, Saggy. That is what I had for you. If this resonated, please send a like or a comment. Let me know. Help this channel out. And if this is your first time coming to this channel and it resonated, hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps my channel out. I'm just new, but not new to tarot, but new to YouTube. So every little subscribe or comment or like helps me get out there and get my name out to help others and give my advice, see if it resonates with them. So yeah, help a girl out. All right, bye.